And I would like to take this time to welcome you guys back to another episode of Boxing Inspiration. And I'm your host, John Shaft. Today's bout is Evander Holyfield, the real deal, against George Forman. This is definitely going to be an interesting fight. So I ask you to sit back, relax, get yourself a beer, enjoy the fight, and hit the like button and share button and subscribe to the channel. And we thank you in advance for watching. It is definitely an ESPN classic. The real deal Holyfield against the champion George Foreman. Boy, this is going to be a good one.
Working the body, and Forman is yet to throw a punch. Holyfield, as expected, pressing the action, trying to get a left to the body. Forman will throw far fewer punches and will cover up with both hands crossed across his face.
He's got a deceptive defense, Len. Crosses those arms, blocks a lot of things. He sees a lot of punches coming. He got under that first big left hook of Holyfield. And didn't miss that one.
Is Holyfield a bit farther away than you expected him to be?
No, this is where he's got to be. He's got to use that speed from the outside here. And do exactly that. Pop and go.
What happens to all the talk about him sticking right to George's chest to let George punch himself out?
Well, I don't think that's such a great strategy, to tell you the truth. He's got the speed. Why get in close with George? Has him sitting right in front of him.
Those were quotes from his trainer, Lou Duva.
Yeah, I talked to Lou afterwards, and they kind of changed their story. They felt it best that Holyfield be on the outside.
George connect with the left.
George, boy, is a very powerful puncher.
The first round. Oh, and Holyfield with a combination.
Left hook, right hand.
George, the long distance.
He hit hard like Mike Tyson. And he's old school. Before Mike Tyson.
With his arms crossed. It's purely a defensive position.
Forman, obviously, a much slower of the two. In ring speed and punching speed. Holyfield trying to use that as an advantage. George looping right.
Way off the mark, went right behind and passed it behind Holyfield's head.
Jabbing out of there with the left, Forman is. And here comes Holyfield. Good left hand by Holyfield.
Good left, right, left. He threw three quick punches and got out and circled around George. And this is what he's got to do. Can he do it for 12 rounds? I don't know.
I think George.
In the action, which gives them the advantage when it comes to the scorecard if all else is even. Well, it's not a finish yet. One round complete.
That's the end of round one.
Winning round says he doesn't practice that in sparring, so it makes things go faster. So he stands.
And this is round two.
They told Holyfield also to use that jab. When you do get inside, good hit to the body, quick punches, let him go. He said they didn't have to be hard, but let him loose and then get back out.
Good right from Holyfield and then again a left. Remember in all of the earlier stories, George Foreman said he would knock him out in the second round. That's the round he took care of Joe Frazier back in '73.
Right now, Holyfield is just really tattooing George Foreman right now. The speed is really telling the tale. Unless George can land something to the body to slow him down a little bit, start hitting him with the jabs, this could be a trend all night long. Georgie Benton told Holyfield, this is what you're going to see all night long. Just him plodding in after you, looking to load up.
And a big swing and a miss nice from Forman. That left to the body got through, though.
Now, that was a low blow, and let me tell you, Rudy Battle jumped right in and told him, keep him up.
Rudy Battle immediately stopping and telling him to get the punches up. And now Forman comes on. During the rules meeting, there was a lot of discussion from the Holyfield camp about low blows and even some elbows thrown by Forman. It's hard to tell what exactly is a low blow, though, with Forman. Without drugs.
He's going to pull halfway up to his chest, that's for sure. But right now, Holyfield is just dominating these first two rounds. Oh, and a nice counter right hand out of a crouch.
Good exchange.
And it is the real deal of Holyfield against George
Defensively
Foreman.
ducking.
Wow.
Flexibility paying off there.
Looked like he ran into a little bit of a left hook. Oh!
Forman on the attack.
You're not kidding. Holyfield looks a little stunned, a little weary. He came back with his own left hook.
Yeah, it'd be pretty tough for him to fight George Foreman, even at this age that he's at. This is a very, very powerful man.
The 42-year-old right now.
Or he's
beating
42-year-old.
the second round.
Woo.
And a combination.
This is where Holyfield shouldn't be.
And a wild left by Holyfield. And Holyfield comes in now.
That's his instinct, though, to fight back when he gets hit. He's proven that in all of his past fights. Goats, Alex Stewart, and everyone else.
A little fighting after the bell. Separated by Rudy Battle. What a round for Forman.
The crowd standing on its feet here, Len. Knocked his head so far back with that jab that he was out of range when he threw
We
the
come in for round 3.
Let's see how Holyfield responds after the strong Forman round. And Holyfield comes out throwing punches.
The copy box stats have Forman landing 50% of his jabs through the first two rounds, and Holyfield 34%. Forman ripped a nice little shot to the midsection.
There's where Forman pushed off with that forearm on the right hand.
Well, referee Rudy Battle warned him about it if he starts pushing up too much with the arms and elbows. That's illegal to do it. It's part of Foreman's game plan. It's the way he fights. Oh, another great body shot
To the body from Forman. Forman probably winning a round so far, and who would have thought it?
Well, a lot of people in this audience thought it. And a lot of the sports writers favored Holyfield. A lot of the boxing people themselves favored Forman in this fight. Gave him a big shot. Oh, and he's got it. Holyfield reeling from a couple shots. But Holyfield comes back strong with his own left hook. Kind of a weak effort with that left hand to the body of Forman by Holyfield. He looks to be tired himself right now. It's supposed to be Forman that's tired. Oh, he's got him picking up his leg for that body shot, Len.
Forman continues to attack effectively. Now Holyfield with the left that connects.
You know, Holyfield's game plan was to stay away and box him, but this guy is almost, Forman is almost impossible to get away from. For every step you take, he takes two in, he's right back on top of you. But he's got to stick to a boxing plan if he wants to win this fight.
And Holyfield does land, but Forman continues to just shrug off all the blows.
I saw him do it time and time again with his sparring partners, and they said, thank God George Foreman took it easy on us, and he was working with some top-notch sparring. He said it's the hardest guy they've ever been hit by in their lives.
George, man, got a powerful punch.
Wanted Forman to take some punches and miss them, and they've certainly gotten that.
Just as powerful as Mike Tyson. So Mike Tyson is as powerful as he is.
The few that he has landed, they felt that they could get away from most of all of his punches. There goes Holyfield ripping a great shot to the body. He's got to do more of that. You see how easily Forman pushes him off of him.
Yeah, looping overhand right again, and a little bit of a mention from Rudy Battle.
That landed on the back of the neck, and that's a rabbit punch, and those are illegal punches. Oh, he rocked Holyfield.
Look out.
And Holyfield all over Forman. Forman trying to hold him off. It's Holyfield now on the attack.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds left.
Or in this round.
George is falling forward and hit after the bell by a crisp right. A big finish from Evander Holyfield in the third.
Man.
Here we go to 4 now.
And we in round 4.
And Forman sneaks in a left, and Holyfield counters as well, and Holyfield landing lefts. See a smoke out in the distance behind the ring. A smoke bomb went off here in the Atlantic City Convention Center. But not affecting the fighters or those of us here at ringside. Not yet, but it's creeping its way over. I mean, close.
You can see it in the background of the monitor right there, Len.
They're slowing down just a little bit after the excitement of rounds 2 and 3. Forman in 2 and Holyfield very big in round 3.
And you are viewing another episode of Boxing Inspiration.
Tiring a little bit, Joe.
And I'm your host,
The way Holyfield
John
just looked
Shea.
like he needed a little bit of a rest himself, but you know, he recuperates quickly and comes back hard, just like that left hook to the body. Yeah, George is looking a little worse for the wear, but when you take punches like that, that takes a few rounds out of your stamina right off the get-go.
And this is a classic,
Tired here, and
classic fight
said the longer it goes, the
between
more it
George
does favor
Foreman
Holyfield.
and
Well, if he
Evander
continues to take this type of barrage of punches in the next couple rounds, it's doubtful that Foreman's going to be able to keep up this pace. It was hard for him to do it when he was a young man. He's 42, 43 years old right now. It's going to be a tall order for Foreman if he doesn't land something.
Another strong right from Evander Holyfield. Minutes ago in round 4. George missing, Holyfield connecting. That's the story here in the 4th. Another combination from Holyfield.
Solid left, right, inside. The last time George ever went over 10 rounds was in 1977 with Jimmy Young.
1977, that time George was 10 rounds.
George has been a large punching bag.
I should say the last and only time, but he did go 10 rounds.
Another strong combination. Foreman's shining moment was round 2.
Holyfield just
From
starting
the
to tee
last
off
stages of round 3 on, it's been all Evander Holyfield. George, a bit of a low punch in there as well with his flurry, trying to cover up. Final seconds of the 4th round, another strong one for the champion.
Here's, well, that would cut the tail of posture until you get in close.
And we are into round 5.
Reach with his punches, and that's what he's getting caught with. With his hands down reaching, and Forman looks quite weary right now.
Here we go in round 5. Last 2 strong ones for Evander Holyfield. He continues to press the attack and hit George pretty much at will. And George has not really landed anything in the last 2 rounds, Joe. And another one from Holyfield.
Real deal, Holyfield.
Another right left from the champion.
Left uppercut right hand, it was grazing, but it still landed.
Let's get ready to
In
rumble.
terms of the puncher's chance, I mean, is Forman letting that chance diminish the longer
He
we
sure has, because his punches look slower and slower just after these few rounds.
Another low blow warning from Rudy Battle. No point has been deducted, but his second warning.
Well, he's fighting. Well, I'll tell you what, that left hook to the body of Holyfield doubled him up, made him pick his leg up, and you hurt him grunt. So he's still got a lot of snap in his punch. They just aren't coming real quickly.
Well, a couple of effective body blows from Forman here in the 5th round.
He's got to hit that body to slow Holyfield down. He's got a lot of speed going for him right now.
Another one of those those lulls. I've noticed every so often the 5th round was critical for Holyfield when he got rocked by Alex Stewart. Sometimes Holyfield lulls, and this is the time of the fight he does that.
Well, he's such a busy guy. He's on his toes. He's moving. For a big man, that's hard to do. And that's how he takes his rest. He backs up for a minute,
right?
Catches his composure, and then comes back.
He just took a 40-second timeout, Holyfield did, and he's come back. As we near a minute to go in round 5.
This is where Forman's got to go to work here. And Holyfield's taking that rest. You're right.
Holyfield gets another left in there. George missing with the left. Forman connected.
Got to give Forman credit for coming back like he is right now. He looked like a big man last round.
Everyone talked about his right hand. He's gotten some good lefts to the chin. And Forman with another combination.
Oh, look out now. Woo-woo.
A lot of those glancing off of Holyfield, but a few of them getting by and really stunning Holyfield.
Saying, well, George telegraphs that right. Well,
We are into round 6.
Holyfield didn't see it coming. George's response to that is, yes, I telegraphed, but the message gets through.
It did there. He was very short with his right hand the first few rounds, but going into the 6th round here, he's starting to land it as of the last round.
Round 6.
Well, this fight's turned out like a lot of people thought it would. It turned out to be a fight and not a one-sided affair.
Strong right from Holyfield.
Countered Holyfield's jab, countered Forman's jab perfectly.
And a left from Holyfield.
Then went back down to the body.
And Forman comes back. Back and forth action here. And a left from Holyfield.
That right hand down again from Forman. There it is again. He's got to get that right hand up next to his face. He's got to block this.
This is not with the elbow. He tries to deflect it off.
Right, but it's not working for him. Holyfield slipping that left hook in right over the low glove of George Forman.
And Holyfield covering up here.
Well, it's got to be dejecting Holyfield. He's hitting Forman with everything in the book, and he's still coming.
And you know, Holyfield's strategy has worked. George has thrown a lot of punches here. But it hasn't worked to the effect that he wanted it to.
But you notice in the CompuBox statistics, Forman and Holyfield throw about the same amount of punches per round and jabs per round.
To the body from Holyfield. And George comes right back again. It's like one of those punching bags, those plastic ones that
keep coming right back up again. But the thing is that those are filled with air. Forman's filled with solid 257 pounds of beef.
Forman certainly answered most of the critics of his stamina. Inside of a minute to go in round 6.
Halfway through the fight right now.
George just keeps on coming. Left-hand jab from Forman.
Looks like Holyfield's getting a little bit of a second wind. He's got that good bounce. His punches look quick again. Punching sharp. Even a short little left hook right there didn't do any justice.
Fairly even rounds here in the 6th.
Another one. Start walking him a little bit.
George misses with the round right, but enough of them have gotten through.
Just when you think George is fading, he comes right back. Both of them
in the same for Holyfield.
What a tug of war.
And the body shots from Holyfield as round 6 comes to a close. As we start the second half of this 12-round fight.
Now we are into round 7.
George Forman, he says, keeping that defensive shell till you get inside, then go to work. You saw Forman just reaching there and almost paid the price.
Boy, that might hurt strong or something.
But his legs look unsteady right now. Holyfield looking a little wobbly.
And the crowd reacting to everything that Forman on the attack in the 7th round.
But watch him come back.
Holyfield taking that little bit of a rest we talked about, and let's see if he gathers himself and comes back.
You could see he was poising himself to come back with a few hard shots, catching George with his hands down.
Holyfield has done it time and again against Michael Dopes and Alex Stewart. He'll take it, and all of a sudden he comes on.
Right, and he's making George waste a lot of punches. Instead of clinching, he's blocking punches. He's letting George throw punches and miss them. A lot of bouncing off the gloves of Holyfield as he
And now Holyfield coming on. A strong left from Holyfield against Forman. And a right. And
Forman going, Evander going to work.
Woo! He's got
Boy.
Forman wobbling. But George still standing.
Yeah, George is standing.
What an amazing man this guy is. What an amazing person. Wow.
And what a round.
Oh, and he
Forman comes
has
back.
his right hand on Holyfield's head.
This may be the round they talk about in years to come for both men. Back at Holyfield.
Boy, he just going back and forth here, boy.
People were discounting George Foreman as merely a fake and a fraud in this fight. He's proven, I hope nobody ever says that again about him. He's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt he is for real.
And Holyfield a bit low there, but Forman taking everything that Holyfield's throwing and coming back out.
I don't care what nobody say, man. George Foreman, boy, he had to have a lot of heart, boy, to do this, man, at this age.
It's one of the greatest all-time rounds in boxing, no doubt about it. Just for the sheer fact that Foreman's still here, but the way he's trading back and forth with Holyfield is unbelievable.
And I can't tell you how incredibly entertaining this is in the latter stages of a 7th round that have gone back and forth where they've rocked each other.
Well, from the $100 seats to the $1,000 seats, people are getting their money's worth tonight.
Oh, yes, they are.
Final 10 seconds.
Final 10
Perhaps a
seconds.
historic round in the annals of heavyweight boxing. And Holyfield coming out strong again. What a round. Between rounds, the
Now we are into round 8.
George.
The viewers at home have to be chanting that. Amazing fight. Holyfield really has fought a brilliant fight tonight, considering how well-conditioned Foreman is. If Foreman wasn't in such great shape, you could dismiss it as just another...
What does a guy like Holyfield say to himself when he knows what he delivered in the last round and George didn't go down?
Well, he's got to not get discouraged with himself. He's just got to stick to his game plan. They said they would do it for 12 rounds if need be, and he is.
Of course, should it go to a decision, people feel, well, the edge will tilt towards the champion in these matters, Holyfield.
Well, he is the busier fighter right now. George has had his moments, but I think overall, Evander's been in control tonight.
But also from the standpoint of being the champion and having to have it taken away from you.
Well, I don't necessarily buy that. I feel if a man wins a fight, he wins it. If he loses it, he loses it, whether he's champ or not.
But you know what happens in the annals of boxing. And here comes Holyfield coming forward. Obviously, the 8th round can't live up to what happened just one round before. And a left from Holyfield.
You know, it's funny because nobody really gave George credit or thought he'd be able to take it this far. The judges might be impressed with this. I'm wondering myself if they might be even leaning towards George in some of these rounds because he's been hanging so tough and doing his own scoring.
It's possible. We'll check with our resident judge, Cindy Barr, in between rounds and ask her opinion if she is swayed in that regard. Final minute of round 8.
We certainly have an expert to refer to.
Oh, a strong right from Holyfield.
Boy, Foreman hesitated with his right hand and caught a counter right hand by Holyfield.
Another right from Evander and a left. Holyfield has to be asking himself, what do I have to do?
Well, George has abandoned that jab. When Holyfield backs off him, he should be putting that jab out and trying to score something.
We're coming down to the last 20 seconds of the 8th round.
George reacting to the feints of Holyfield and then catching a couple of punches. And Rudy Battle mentioning to Forman about the elbow. Which
Down to the last 10 seconds.
Oh! Got Evander with a left hook moving over to George's left side. Mark Freeland behind us yelling at
Now we are into round 9.
It's a 4-round fight, meaning he's only got 4 left.
And Holyfield has come out landing at the beginning of the night. That 7th was really something. The don't discount what Forman did in round 2.
There's no question that Evander Holyfield has got one of the best chins in boxing.
Quick left, crowd reacted as Holyfield went back. And here comes Forman in on the ropes. And Holyfield hangs on, taking a brief respite.
George going back to that jab, which he needs to do if he wants to get back into this fight big time. Or if he wants to win it, he's got to get busier.
Kind of hard to tell, boy, who's ahead this type of fight, man. These two great boxers.
Almost all of Holyfield's knockouts have come early. Only 2 past the 8th round. And now Holyfield on the attack in round 9. George trying to corner him, can't do it. Holyfield moves away. Supporters behind us crying out for lateral movement on the part of Evander. Not much movement of any kind here.
George has really slowed down this round. He's if he wants to get into this fight and take the crown from Evander Holyfield, he's going to have to step it up. Because right now, Evander Holyfield has his number.
3 more strong blows landed by Evander Holyfield. Forman takes it and comes back for more. The resiliency of George Forman is a major story here tonight. Holyfield lands another rope. He went on punches landed. There'll be no contest.
It's amazing, really, that both fighters aren't more marked up around the eyes and mouths, because they've both taken some tremendous heavyweight shots.
It's the 3rd time that Rudy Battle says something to Forman about the low blows.
Well, they're borderline. They aren't real flagrant low blows, so he's warning them instead of taking a point.
Another quick combination from Holyfield.
2 pulls of right hand rock Forman. He's out on Forman right now.
Oh, look out, look out.
Cannot be saved by the bell. And Holyfield is all over Forman. There's the bell. And Forman stands and walks back to his corner.
I think it's time for George Forman to sit on that stool.
George Foreman sit on that stool.
Forman went over and potentially talked to Angelo Dundee. And here comes George one more time to start the 10th round. Well, he's still, after nearly being knocked out at the end of round 9.
He looks like he's on weak legs right now. But he's determined to stay in this fight and not get knocked out. It's evident.
You start to think in terms of moral victories at this point, Joe?
Well, at this point, yes, definitely for George Forman. Nobody ever gave him this much credit that he did able to be able to come this far with the punishment he's taken.
Timeout called. I think they want to wrap Evander. Taking all sorts of punches. The clock is supposed to stop when that happens. Forman continues to fight. And Holyfield continues to land.
Holyfield's hand speed has really been the difference in this fight.
And another left from Holyfield, and 2 more. And you see Holyfield on fresh legs, still dancing, and George with that plodding style, and weakened a bit at the end of the 9th. You talked about the speed telling a difference. Age, will you now grant that to Holyfield at this point in round 10.
Well, you know George Foreman had a lot more bounce and a lot more speed 10 years ago. The age has obviously caught up with him, but still, he's got enough to hang tough with the undisputed champ of the world. Oh, another.
And they trade punches. Punch for punch. And Holyfield landed a strong right at the end of that flurry. And Forman lands a combination.
He landed a strict 1-2, but it looks like it's going to take more than a couple shots to
We are into round 10.
Throughout this fight, George has landed 1 or 2 at a time. It's going to take more than that.
And the crowd
George Forman in the real deal.
In center ring.
Evander Holyfield.
And Holyfield lands some more.
The jab looked like a right hand from Forman.
And Holyfield comes right back.
Well, right now it looks like Holyfield is the one who's tiring out in this 10th round. Of course, he's thrown a lot more punches than George, but then again, George has taken quite a bit of punishment. It's amazing he's got this much stamina.
The crowd booing when the two of them take those breathers up against each other. Forman missing with the left. Remember what happened in the final 10 seconds of the 9th round? Well, we're in the same territory here in round 10. And that's it. We've reached 11.
And we are into the 11th round.
25 jabs in that round for 84 percentile of connect percentage.
And now he is deducting 1 point for the low blow. Rudy Battle, he had warned him 3 times and deducted the point there in the 11th.
The judges have it scored as closely as Cindy thinks they do. That point could be a big factor.
Absolutely. If this is a close fight, that low blow point deducted could be the decider.
There's that counter right hand off of Forman's right hand. But Holyfield follows right up with that left hook.
But Holyfield's got to win the round to make that point count. A 10-8 would look huge. Not so a 9-9. We've had no knockdowns. 1 point deducted from George Foreman for a low blow here in the 11th round. No cuts and no visible scars on either man.
No, but we have seen George Foreman rocked in 2 or 3 different rounds where we didn't think he was going to get. We didn't think he was going to be able to make it to the round.
And now Holyfield hanging on.
Both of them narrowly missed with right hands.
Obviously, the fatigue factor you would think would affect
Use the jab. Use the jab.
The crowd booing. They don't like the fact that the younger man Holyfield's holding on here in this situation. He's grabbing George around the waist.
Those boos are directed at Holyfield.
George is really unable to pull the trigger. He gets close enough. He sees what he wants to do. He just can't pull the trigger on his punches right now.
And Holyfield scores on a combination of 3. Forman tries to come back, but I don't think those punches have much, Joe.
The jabs looked decent, but the right hand was real sloppy and real wide.
Little left pushed Holyfield back. Or holding on. I'm not sure Holyfield has taken full advantage of that point he's getting this round. But he still has landed more punches than Forman has here in the 11th.
He really has been out-hustling George in this round.
That was a strong left from Holyfield. George trying to cover up, and Holyfield landed. And a left from Holyfield. And one to the body from Holyfield. Another strong right from the champion. What's the line about Weebles wobble, but they don't fall
Down to the last few seconds of round 11 as she comes to a close.
Unbelievable.
And that does it for the 11th round, and it brings the crowd to its feet one more time.
And it's the real deal. Holyfield against the legendary champion George Foreman. And it's the last and final bout.
Was all over Rudy Battle between rounds for taking that point away. And in the other corner, Georgie Benton and Lou Duva says, don't get stupid, don't get careless, box and keep your hands up. Foreman's got to knock him out to win this fight. So they said Foreman had a puncher's chance. Well, he needs that puncher in the 12th round from our estimation to win this fight. But he's certainly had his moments along the way. Ran into a right hand trying to land that big punch too. Holyfield basically has to stay away from one big bomb, but he lands a right. Well, Holyfield's doing what his corner asked him to do, basically, and that's the move. But he should be
down
as much as Lou Duva doesn't want to punch in as much. But he sees Forman as a target, and he's going for it anyway.
We still got a minute and a half. 12 rounds.
Gave him the fist sign. Archie, of course, was the oldest to fight as a challenger for the heavyweight title. And George has 95 seconds left to try to punch him out and regain that championship, which he lost 17 years ago. Holyfield stuck to his game plan that Georgie Benton and Lou Duva laid out for him, and he's done it quite well. Boxed and circled, kept George off balance, and stayed away from those big bombs. If it goes to a decision and if Holyfield wins it to retain the title, I still marvel at what George Foreman was able to accomplish here tonight. Inside of a minute, doesn't look like George can muster that last punch. And Holyfield comes on strong with a combination, and George still takes it. He's got a minute left. Minute left to prove that he can still pack that punch in and win this heavyweight title, but it looks like a pretty futile effort.
Yeah, they both tired now.
He has been through a battle, and Holyfield doesn't want to let go, and Rudy Battle took a point away, pushes him away. And after that rest, Holyfield tries to come on. A timeout in the middle of the 12th round staged there by Holyfield with 15 seconds to go in the fight.
Down to the last 10 seconds.
The old man has gone the distance, and the
yes, he has.
Atlantic City Convention Center comes to its feet to applaud that.
Great fight. Good opportunity. He won. Absolutely. Great fight, baby. Great fight. For the great fight out there, the box, we got a box out there, baby. Come on.
George is man, boy, I tell you. Being able to go through that, man, at that age. He just took a lot of heart.
And now we'll go to the judges'
It's the
scorecards.
real
The
deal.
Boyle's card had Holyfield comfortably ahead, but we'll see what the three judges who count for the decision.
Let's have a round of applause for these two heavyweights. 12 rounds of exciting action. Nobody thought they'd do it. And now from the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino here in Atlantic City, we go to the scorecards. Eugene Grant scores the bout 116 to 111. Tommy Kazmarek has it 115 to 112. And Jerry Roth scores it 117 to 100 for the winner by unanimous decision. And still, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the real deal, Evander Holyfield.
I don't know, man. That was a close fight, man. I don't know if I agree with that one.
Smile from George Foreman when he realized Holyfield was the winner. Foreman, it's trite to say, but Foreman was a winner in many respects here tonight as well. The last cheer for Foreman. His career is certainly not over. We will continue. continue to hear from George. I'm pretty sure anyway. And Evander Holyfield stretches his undefeated record to 26-0 now. And George drops to 69-3. And his first loss in the comeback now 24-1. But Holyfield, it was quite a fight. He took a lot.
Well, there you have it. Real deal on pulled it off and won this championship.